Welcome to Warblock. I'm going to play a game. I'm not sure how long I'm going to play, but I'm not going to do any talking much, Basically, if you've been following, there's quite a few games that have not been done. They were going back up to sort of position 5 here. These two are sort of like not done, but I've done them now. So as you can see, they're done. But if you look at number 4, I think there's 8 missing from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. From number 3, I think there's 6 in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So as you can see, I've still got a nice 2 in here. I counted them, I think. 1. There's 1 in there. Okay, that's interesting. So I'm up 1. So that's 15 games that are still yet to complete. That's a lot. But the point is, I did these ones. So as soon as I do another one, I'll get back onto this page. And they're both sort of pretty much the same sort of arrangement. No off-field artillery. But I quite like this map. I just like it. I don't know why. It just seems... I don't know. It just seems interesting. So I'm going to play it without doing too much talking. Or anything really. So obviously it sort of starts off like this, and then it ends up like this, and that's Saraqib. That's the other scenario that was above this one that we were just looking at. So Saraqib is just here. So basically they end up surrounding this. So we're taking all of this. This is the nature of this scenario. So we're not really looking to do anything here. There's not really going to be anything supposed to happen here. So this is going to be a static line there. So all the assault is going to come in along this line here. I wish I had a sense for figuring out which colours are going to work, because I can't see any of these colours. I'm sure you get the point. So the first thing to do really is to just sort of figure out what's what. Now I don't want to just start charging, but I don't want to spend too long faffing around. So what I'm going to do is do some sort of planning. So we know that we want to use that line, but so I'm going to sort of identify some battle groups. I think one thing it's worth noting. One thing it's worth noting is that we got Turkish observation units. They're non-combatants. So, but I'm sort of looking at this and I'm sort of thinking, well, what have we got? Maybe the first thing to do would be to identify primary targets, because he looks fairly easy to get, and so does he, as does he, and him. Now that's a bit of a bundle, so they're going to be slightly different. This is all sort of held up. We're not advancing on this side, so these ones here. Now obviously these ones could possibly be considered in the same light. So what we might want to do is to consider what can we do to attack all of these units and to push them back, because as you can see, if we can push those back, by default that takes their front line back like that. Now there's quite a lot of them there, and I think once you start to sort of look at it, it becomes a bit fiddly in the sense that this happens all the time in these games. You sort of think, oh, I can just do all of this. Well, you might not actually have enough units to do all of that. You know, for example, that's just a 1 unit, so we'd need all of that to take that, and you know, we can't guarantee actually being able to reach there, or we should be able to. For example, here, what we can do, all of that against that. Now down here, we might have to sort of go, we could possibly do that group against that, and then here we could possibly use that against that. Some of these are going to be reserves, so we probably have enough to actually do those things in the sort of old school boy type approach, just chucking everything at them. And we're not going to advance here, or at least I'm not going to consider that advance. So if I work down from here and just see what I can do, which is quite convenient. So here we've only got 1 unit, so there's no way you can take that. But we've got 2 motorized and some infantry. Now again, that's not actually a lot. Let's have a look at the map. So we've got a bit of a road into there, but we might not be able to use it. Yeah, we can just about get there. So let's see what we can do here. This is not going to be perfect. We've got some air power. Let's just pep this up a bit. Okay, 0.9. You see, that's what I'm talking about, you see, because now that's stopped. So instead of blitzing through here, we've stopped. And that's their turn over. They could have had another attack, you see, and we could have been sort of, you know, he could have retreated to there, and we could have moved into here and attacked him again, and he's back there, and the line would be back there, but they've held their ground, basically. So here, we've got some artillery. And obviously we can leave the artillery there to fire. But we don't really have much. The road missing there, look. I can't get there. Point 1. Okay, let's commit our air power there. Point 7. This isn't going to be good, but I'm going to just do it. Okay, rockets. Hopefully this will work. DR, yes, we've had our first success. but we don't really have anything to move. It would be nice to plough that into there. Okay, so we want to still try and attack that unit. And that's quite good. So he's down to points, down by 2.9. Huh. And that was all very convenient. So we've got 2-1 and a DR, so we've drawn 2 battles and won 2. Pushing these units back. Here. Or we should just be able to get through that without anything else. Well, first off, point 5. So push them back. I think this is going quite well, really, in the sense that it's a plan. Oh, now it's an exchange. So that's a third exchange. So we've got one bad result. Well, exchange, DR, 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 exchange. Another exchange. Wait a minute. So I sort of want to just review that, because we've done all the units that we aimed to do. So let's just look at what's happened. This is what I was sort of hinting at, really, in the sense that you can think, oh, okay, I'll just do this, but you find out you just don't have enough units to do it. So, for example, we didn't have enough units to do one attack and then to follow up with a second attack like we did here. We pushed this one back twice. I mean, he went from there to there. So we lost those two, but we won this position, and this position. We lost this one and this one. Oh, wait, we've got exchanges on those. We didn't get we didn't get an AR or anything, which is useful. I'm not going to do these. Don't know what I'm going to do here, but basically I don't want to do any attacks because I only wanted to do these open units because I want to sort of do the you know, sort of be methodical about what I do. So I'm not going to try and storm these units, but I think I'm going to prepare to attack this. I mean, for example, we've got a nice big stack here. That's clearly not, you know, sort of part of this battle plan. So we can probably move him somewhere to support that group. We've got these units here, which again can come up here. But I think what we want to be doing is, once we've secured, so we want to draw this line up to about there or something, but we want to wait until this line has got to where we hoped it would be, because we've still got quite a long way to go in that range. So we're trying to battle along this front here. We only won these 3 positions along there. And so what we need to do is to hardly ever do this. Right. So okay. So now we've got the other part that haven't even considered yet. That's what the HayAt Tahrir Al Sham units do. So let's think about that. What would they do? And obviously they know they're going to pretty much lose. They're on defensive footing. So they're currently holding this as a front line. Now what they could do is just fall straight back. Just move everything back. That's what they might do, because they want to fight another day. They want to protect Saraqib. They don't want to fight too much for all these small places. But that's reality. In the game, we sort of think, well, how are we going to defend? Do we want to fall back? Do we want to fall back with a little bit? Do we want to fall back, for example, we could push almost forward here, and create a line there and push back here. So we're doing a bit of both. So we've got defensive line, defensive line, defensive line. We could even push forward. For example, this town would be good to take. Got a unit there, we could push forward, but we've got a lot of units. I don't know. Obviously there's the options for counter-attacks. Offensive capabilities. Obviously straggling units, so we could possibly take this unit out. He's on his own. He's on his own. So he's on his own. He's on his own, I think. He's on his own. 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 So all of these are targets that we could counterattack. But what have we got? Well, we've maybe got something there. But do we want to come forward, and leave our units exposed? And for example, I can move him into there, and both of these units could attack that. We can move him there, and both of these units could then attack that. Can move him forward. But that's it, you see, there's not a lot of support. It's not as though we've got a lot of units. We do get some motorized units down here later on. So I think in the light of counterattacks, you got to say, is it worth it? And I don't think the answer is yes. So I think I'm going to fall back, but not massively. So we're giving that objective up. Right, so that's going to be my front line. Let's move some units forward. Well, that's it, we don't really have much. Rockets. Okay, that's nice. So he'll be on 4.7. Okay. So we're faced with a different situation now. It's a different game now because we don't have forward advanced isolated units. We've got a solid wall of units here. Near solid line there. We don't really have much. We've got maybe a window of opportunity here. I can't see any of these colours. A window of opportunity here. So we've got a sort of solid line here. We're not pushing here because it's not what we stated. Solid line there. A solid-ish line there. This is going to consolidate there, but we've got these as advanced units. And so what it might be good to do is to just push this entire battle group here straight through there if we can. This battle group can push up against this, so treating these as sort of distinctive corridors, and this will basically nudge up against this. We're going to be using that as the left edge, so across there with nothing else happening here, just because I don't want it's time. I don't want to faff around too much. I'm probably going to make this the last turn anyway because I'm tired, but it's interesting. So what can we do here? Well, he's still fresh and entrenched, but he has been pushed out. I think I'm going to leave my air power until the last moment because I think this is going to be easy. Point one. I always think, I mean that's a crappy result, but point one, you sort of think, well, is that enough to take the edge off of a rounding number? Like if he had 2, now that I've got point one, it's not quite 2, so he'll have to get much higher to get a double on something. I just wonder how significant that is. But so 7-1, so we'll 4 7s are 28. So we weren't too much over that. We'll push them back. Should be able to push him back now quite easily. Yep, 5-1. So we've managed to push them back. And he's on 3. See, I don't want to go for this. I want these units to go as far ahead as possible. But I might be able to take these. There's 2 rockets in there, look. That's interesting. I think these tanks must have arrived last time because I'm sure they weren't there before. See that he's got some of these motorized units coming on. Let's see what we can do here. Three to 1 and a DE. An exchange. Frustrating. Another exchange. Let's see if I can push against this. Yes. DR. So it's slow but determined work, really. So that's all of that. So these units, what can they do? Or should be able to push him back. Four to one, and an exchange. Ouch, that hurt. So this 1, 2 and a air defense unit, anti-tank, 1, and 1 who's still in there. We might be able to get rid of them with these. Yep. Huh. And they are retreated to there, I think. Oh god. Okay. Well, I'm not going to do any more because I'm too tired. I don't think I did very well. In the sense I didn't feel I got my brain meshing into any wholly interesting thoughts. It all seemed fairly mechanical, really. I mean, I was expecting that, but I know that there's a lot more thought that I can put in here, and I'm just not not up to it because I need to sleep, but I really like this map and I like the way it sort of works. You know, for example, I'd like to play it at sort of more greater leisure and consider this angle and have a tighter thought over here. But I think the thing that's I'm picking up on this is that this is the nature of defensive lines. You know, you sort of, you know, on the first turn we lost 4 battles and we won 3, and it all has an effect. I mean, you know, they managed to counterattack, and down here I think we've got units that have, you know, 5.7 depressions. So here we'll be able to possibly eliminate 1 unit, although it's not a lot. Once you start losing certain actions, the fatigues build up, and it'd be interesting to see how long they can sort of maintain any sort of momentum in the light of that. Anyway, I'll speak to you later. I'll see you later. Cheers, mate.